Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's now time for our bold review dito sa Taboo Tuesdays only on Harriet. And today, we are taking a look at the Jowa Collector. Where parang inassume ko siya na parang parody siya ng The Sweat Collector sa Viva Max. Diba? The Sweat Collector is a Chinese or Japanese parody or racist Asian movie, Asian mature movie. That's a Sweat Collector. Tapos parang pinarody nito ng BMX into the Jowa Collector. At least in the name. Pero yung plot, medyo divergent naman siya compared sa Sweat Collector. So, this review will be covering the Jowa Collector review, recap, and reaction. And also, we're gonna talk about a little bit of the election kasi medyo trending ngayon. So yeah, the title of this review will be Erection Day. It's a simple homage to the South Park episode na alam natin. Okay. So, the Jowa Collector is about the guy named Luigi, si Ethan Rosales. Siya ay yung kamukha ni Pops Chewy sa The Chewy Show. Alam niyo yung Chewy Show, di ba? Yung madalas lumamon ng street foods. Kahit sa ibang bansa, dinadamay. Yung pilingerong Mark Wins. Si Pops Chewy yun. So, kamukha niyo to si Ethan Rosales. Isa siyang Jowa Collector. So, ibig sabihin, marami siyang girlfriend, sorry. Isa siyang boyfriend na maraming girlfriend. So, kain lang ako. Polygamous yung kanyang relationship sa kanyang relationship. Ngayon, yung kanyang pagka-polygamous, tinatago niya sa mga babae niya. So, he can have sex with most women, and I'm gonna call out yung mga artista ng mga babae na to. So, one of them is Anne-Marie Gonzalez, siya yung mga pinaka-featured. One of them is Keisha Tangpuz, Rachi Jelly, Kim Salinas. Medyo may mga babaeng may edad dito kasi kahit teacher ata sa school nurse, binanatan nitong ni Luigi. Walang hiya siya. At ayun, it is what it is, ika nga. Okay? So, pero medyo full of himself talaga itong si Mr. Jowa Collector. Kasi, una sa lahat, akala niya kahit sinong babae, makukuha niya with his charm. Pero mukhang pumalpak sa isang pagkakataon kasi yung isa niya kaibigan, si Joey, played by JD Aguas, siya yung sa Violet, di ba? Si JD Aguas, nakakulimbat ng magandang chicks. At ang chicks niya ay si Shara Laksamana. Yes, si private tutor herself, si Sugar Baby herself, si Mara. Shara Laksamana playing the role of Susie. And parang kasi medyo dorkish yung dating ni Joey dito eh. Sa tropa ni Luigi, si Joey yung pinaka less prone or least likely na magkaroon ng jowa. Okay? So hindi siya makapaniwala na kulimbat ni Joey itong si Susie. At naging mission tuloy ni Luigi na kunin si Susie, ligawan si Susie away from Joey just to prove his ego. At ayun, nagsimula kayo sa pa-flirt. Tinanong niya si Susie, gusto ba niya talaga si Joey? Susie replied with hindi niya alam, which is very suspicious kasi ang ibig sabihin nito, hindi alam meaning she's not into Joey sexually or talaga may hinahanap siya. And spoiler alert, it's more of hinahanap niya yung kanyang sexualidad. Hindi siya parang fit to be attracted in in one gender. So, ayun. Yeah, I just spoiled the ending for you. So, naunahan ni Luigi na makipagtalik kay Susie. So, tinatanong constantly ni Luigi, sila na ba? Sila na ba? Sila na ba? Kasi nagtalik sila. And Susie consistently says hindi pa siya sure because like I said, she has conflict with her own sexuality. Itong si Susie. Nagkataon, nalaman ni Joey na niloloko siya ni Luigi, nagsapakan sila, and things get, worse comes to worse. Ayun. It, tulong ako. The Barkada explodes. The Mega Power explodes! Yun yung dating, di ba? Further speaking sa sitwasyon nila, Joey, sa sino ba? Ni Joey sa ni Susie, nag-break sila, sinabi ni Luigi mahal niya si Susie. Pero di pa rin sure si Susie. Okay? Until there's another time, nakita ni Luigi na may kasama si Susie na babae. Si Marla, played by Angelique Maglinaw. Ayun. Marla is a friend of Susie. Yun yung palusot niya. And, ayun, nag-decide si Luigi, mahal niya si Susie, so nakipag-break up siya sa mga chicks niya. And, kaso hindi ni-reciprocate ni Susie yung love at nalaman ni Luigi na jowa collector rin pala si Susie. May kinikita siyang ibang lalaki. Ayun. At dito nalaman ni Joey, masakit pala yung ginagawa niya sa ibang babae na ginagawa niyang parausan. And the disappointment sets in. Pero dahil sa ego nito ni Luigi, sa ego ni Luigi, after being exposed by Susie as a fraud, at nalaman natin si Susie ay isang jowa collector, tinuluyan pa niya si Susie. Nakipagkita pa sila, nagtalik, and then such that dumating si Maris, at nag-threesome silang tatlo sa isang hotel. Tapos, dinandage nila si Luigi sa kama habang si Maris saka si Susie ay nagtatalik. And we now know that Susie is a bisexual. And she saw something in Maris para magkaroon ng attractiveness to women. Now Luigi is suddenly parang nanghihinayang that he got involved into this mess. Gusto niya makipagkita sa mga dati niyang girls para magbalikan, lalo na yung isang young one. Di ko alam yung pilala yung babae. I assume siya si Hazel. So may Hazel dito played by Angelique Gonzalez. I assume siya yun. Tapos dumating yung mga babae ni Luigi, pinagsasampal siya. And ayun, that's the comeuppance na nangyari kay Luigi. And then, that's how Jowa Collector ends. Medyo, it's a thing, diba? It's a movie. Is it peak or is it weak? Para sa akin, weak. Yung premise, maganda yung kwento, pero tingin ko minadali nila yung pagtatalik ni Jara sa ni Jara sa Ethan. None of the sex scene actually makes you go hard. Walang maganda. Even the threesome na naging lesbian lex, hindi rin maganda para sa akin. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty weak movie, Jowa Collector. It's actually tagged as comedy. I can see it as parang siyang rom-com Okay? Parang siyang rom-com. There are a few instances at natatawa ako. But all in all, I'm a bit disappointed dito sa pelikula na to. Yeah. So, also, yung pacing yung pangit eh. It's 1 hour long, but I felt I've been watching an 1 hour and 30-minute movie. Yun. Yeah, sorry kay Direk Dado. I think the Jowa Collector is weak for me. Okay. Speaking of, okay, now let's go to the election. So, kita natin yung results, di ba? Nangunguna si Bongo. Tapos, si Bam, pumapangalawa. Actually, it's a surprise na si Bam pumalawa. I expect na papasok siya kasi in-endorso namin siya bilang membro ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Pero, him being number 2 is kind of surprise kasi naglalaro siya outside the Magic 12 eh. So, is this the end of service ng mga surveys? Hopefully. Ayun. And then, sa Villar is actually in. Only one Tulfo brother got in. So, si Ben, tinalo siya nila Lito Lapid sa kanila Amy Marcos. Si Budots, alis si Budots. Okay. Now, we see traditional politicians naman nakapasok. Actually, Marcoleta, surprising, wala na sa Magic 12, nakapasok siya. Maybe due to the INC endorsement trend. And the fact na 8 lang yung binoto namin. So, we only voted 8 people. So, that removes 4 senatorial votes from an endorsement from us. And that could have impacted the results talaga. Like yung nasa bottom 4 ay the 4 people outside the Magic 12, naglalabanan na sila. Pero tingin ko si Ivy Marcos na yung pasok dun eh. Malayo na yung agwat niya kay kanina dun, kay Budots eh. Ben-Hur talo. Okay. At least, some things never change. Buti naman talo si Ben-Hur. Wala rin si Willie. Willie Revilla may nagpapakita sa Magic 12 sa mga survey. Ngayon talo. So, what happened? Akbayan is number 1. Kaso nga parang walang panalo yung Kabataan. Teka, check ko Kabataan is like in the 40. So, I'm not sure on party list elections. Pero that would translate na wala sila makuhang upuan, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Di ko alam ilang party list na tinatanggap, eh. Yeah, Kabataan is like 42nd in votes. Another thing that I can say is mayor tayo. Punta tayo sa mayor. Taga Maynila ako eh. So, 07 kay Sara Diskaya. Nilaspag siya ni Vico Soto. Okay. So, Isko Moreno, make Manila benta again. Anila Kuna, number 2. Wag ka lang bumalik! Talo siya. Kaya Jensa, I was going to vote for her anyway. I was already going to vote for SD. I have a video. If I'm not an INC member, ano sino bubutuhin ko. Pero yun. Yeah. So we got 2 Tulfos. I think the biggest deal here in the election is if you do the math, okay? So Duterte, Marcoleta, Go, and Bato lang yung pasok. Then you got Villar, Camille. Sino pa ba isa? Si Marcos, Amy Marcos. Sila yung anti-impeachment. So 5 lang. Ngayon, punta ka sa current state ng Senado ngayon. Ang sure ball na boboto kay Sara to not get into na hindi ma-impeach. Bong Revilla, yung dalawang anak ni Erap, saka si Mark Villar, Sham. So there are 15 senators that will likely vote against Sara Duterte. So most likely or not, but very likely, Sara Duterte is going to get impeached.